Welcome to my channel. My name is Yvonne, and in this particular video I briefly want to talk about politics in America and basically how politics swing to the extremes. So in the American politics, there are two major parties, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. There are other parties, but they're not the main parties. One of the things that is currently going on, you have an issue of, on the Democratic side, you have a group, mostly black women, African American women, who are saying they're tired. They're tired and they perceive themselves as some sort of messiahs. So these are Democratic Party tired messiahs. And on the Republican side, you do have this MAGA movement, which is basically their ideas are a bit delusional. And their whole shtick is they support exploitation. It doesn't matter what type of exploitation, they support exploitation. So when you look at these two groups, these are two extremes, martyrdom and exploitation. And the reality of being in these extremes is none of this group is going to be satisfied. Why? Because you do want to come, there is a middle, and you do want to come into the middle part. You want most people in the country to be in the middle part, not in those extremes. Those extremes are necessary during elections when you're having the political theater. When you're having the political theater, you do need some of these extremes because you're bringing in new people, new idea into the mix. When it comes to the issue of messiahs, one of the most famous messiah is Jesus. So there is the issue of Jesus. So some politicians normally position themselves to be messiahs, and this is a political strategy. And even people in real life, they do position themselves depending on where they are, their leadership position in their families. They position themselves to have the solution. They position themselves to be this savior who's going to come in and basically save people from poverty, save people from all these issues that they have. And the thing about this particular messiah, when you position yourself as a messiah, is there's an issue of martyrdom. What happens is you may be sacrificing, giving too much and putting your life in danger, putting your life in harm's way for the greater cause, whatever the cause is, ending poverty, climate change. So you may be sacrificing your own life, actually, your own sanity for this cause. So basically you're becoming a martyr. On the other end of this, you have the exploitation. When it comes to the other side of the coin, you have exploitation. The problem with people who use exploitation as their way of moving in society, in leadership, is they basically want to take more than they can give. Meaning they're going to do, if it's in politics, they're going to do a lot of lying, a lot of promises, a lot of manipulation, a lot of fear, a lot of division. Is because they feel that these institutes owe them more than they can give. They feel that the society owes them more than they are willing to give. And basically they want to exploit. And hence you have the issue of people saying people are grifters. So the grifter thing can go both ways, in martyrdom and in the other end, which is exploitation. But the thing about exploitation is they do create distrust in institutions. They do create a lot of division, they have to use a lot of manipulation and a lot of lying because they want to take more than they can give, or more than they can get also. So when you have exploitation, people who are using this style of basically governance and politics, or even at home, when they seek to exploit the people, they never build anything. They don't build anything. So this idea that somebody who wants to exploit everything, sexual exploitation, physical exploitation, exploit the money markets, exploit the government institution, the idea that these people are going to build something, they're not. They're there to take, and to take more than they are willing to give, and to take more than what those institutions, those people are willing to give. So that's the problem with being on this both ends. is you're going to have one group that is complaining they're giving too much, they're sacrificing too much. On the other end, you're going to have a group that is feeling entitled, and they'll never be happy because it's never enough. It's never enough for them. So what's the middle part? The middle part of this is being a co-builder. You do want, for example, if it's a country, you do want people in that country to feel that they are co-builders in society. They are not basically pushed to either extremes. You want them to be co-builders, because if they're going to lose, they're going to also participate in losing money, for example, losing property. They're going to be part of the loss. So you do want people to be co-builders, co-dreamers. That's basically the sweet spot. And I know I'm oversimplifying this because this is very hard to get people in extreme situations, because they don't get there accidentally. It's not an accident. People get into those martyrdom and exploitation state randomly. It's because of very many factors. The thing about messiahs is they get shamed a lot. Also, they suffer from burnout, isolation. They get scapegoated. And when you go to the other side, and messiahs, these are more of saviors, reformers, truth tellers. And the thing about exploitation, of course, they destroy institutions, they destroy society. They're not able to build anything because they are taken. So with that said, the Democrats do have an issue with having tired messiahs. So I'm gonna see if I can do a video about specifically tired messiahs. But as a society, you do want people to be co-builders. That's the place you want to push people towards. And if they're co-builders, they will have less complaints, basically. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.